I love Unova, in case you didn't know. I love its Pokemon. But it was nice to see that for the second pair of games in Generation 5, they let us play with non-Generation 5 Pokemon. It was a breath of fresh air after being exclusively obligated to using Gen 5 Pokemon. And the first Pokemon I immediately caught as soon as I found out I could use non-Gen 5 ones was Eevee. We all love Eevee. We all do, don't lie to yourself. Say you love him! Aside from being an adorable Pokemon, it has amazing and beautiful evolutions. So, let's mix both of these things I love and ask ourselves the question, which evolution would be the best one in a run in Pokemon Black and White 2? Let's find out. Sorry if I sound weird, I'm sick. Well, I've been sick for a long while, and I thought I could just wait it out until I sounded better to record, but I still don't sound better. But I do feel better, so that's the good thing. Anyways, for starters, the elephants in the room. There's 3 of these little guys you cannot get in the main game. Sylveon, Glaceon, and Leafeon. Let's start with Sylveon. It's as simple as saying it was introduced on the following generation. So there's virtually no way of getting Sylveon in Unova. As of right now. And now we get to these 2, Glaceon and Leafeon. Available in the game thankfully, but unfortunately, in order to evolve them, you need access to Twist Mountain and the Pinwheel Forest respectfully, which are places you can only access until you beat the Elite Four. Yeah, that sucks. But hey, at least you could play as them in the game. There's still the Pokemon World Tournament and fun adventures in the postgame you can use them, so that's at least something. Alright, now we have these 5, all of which are available in the game. Now technically, you can get them all at almost the same time. It's a little bit of a mouthful, so hang on. Okay, so you can catch an Eevee in the Castelia Park at level 18. This place is only accessible from the Castelia sewers, so it might be a bit confusing getting there. But you'll be fine. And with an Eevee in your party, now we get the wonderful choice to evolve it. Let's start with the OG3. There's 2 ways you can get their respective evolution stones. The Firestone is located at the Desert Resort and is going to be found using the Dowsing Machine. The Thunderstone is right behind the Pokemon Center in Nimbasa City, also found using the Dowsing Machine. And now, there's the Water Stone, and that is probably the one that's going to take you a little bit of effort, because the earliest you can get it is at the Battle Subway with 7 battle points. However, there is another method to get the 3 stones. Technically, there's another method to get the 3 stones, and it's getting them through the Dream Radar. And last but not least, we've got Espeon and Umbreon. Technically able to be evolved as soon as you get it, but they have the unfortunate thing of being friendship evolutions. It could be worse, they could just not be accessible. But this is doable. You can just bike around and just wait until you get high friendship. You can give them haircuts at the beauty salon, massages in front of the Castelia gym, or you can progress more and get a Sooth Bell in Nimbasa City. It's up to you honestly. That all said, technically, you can get them pretty early on, essentially as soon as you catch them. I know, they're technicalities, but some might have the Dream Radar or willing to bike away to evolve. So, I'll be talking about these Pokemon as if you were able to get them as soon as you can. Feel free to modify if it doesn't apply to you. Now, let's talk about each one. First, we have Flareon, the Fire-type Eeveelution. Pretty good physical attack. Which is good news because your first Fire-type move is going to be Fire Fang, a really good physical attack that has a chance of burning your opponent. And speaking of other moves, you also get Bite as an Eevee, and you get the Dig TM if you need coverage. You also get other moves, but some of them require a good special attack, and that is not where Flareon excels, but oh well. You got some solid attacks, which will make you pretty good against Burks with Loon and Leavanny, Elise's Flaffy and Substriker with Dig, Skyla's Skymory and Summer with Zubat, and Elite Four-wise, Grimsey's Bisharp, and you'll do some damage to Caitlin's Pokemon with Bite. But overall, Flareon will be pretty good in your journey. Flash Fire is also an amazing ability, so you'll be pretty much unaffected by fire types. As long as Flareon is using their special attack, you'll be fine. A little weak in the physical defense area, but Flareon is a pretty good evolution to have on your team. Next, we have the lovely Vaporeon. Now the best thing about Vaporeon is that you get quick access to Aurora Beam, a pretty good ice-type move which will let you ace really tough battles. It's also as close as we get to a Glaceon. Unfortunately, the earliest water move you can get for Vaporeon that's good is Surf, and that is right after defeating Clay. A little terrible, but hey, that's an amazing move, especially with that amazing special attack. You're so set. So, with those 2 moves, you'll be good against Bergsword, Loon, and Leavanny, Elisa Emolga, Glaze Krokorok, and Sandslash, Skyla Zubat, and all of Drayden's Pokemon, and you'll be pretty useful in Marshall's Gym with your ability Water Absorb, which turns water-type attacks into HP, which will limit their attacks to you. Heck, you can bait them. So, for some reason I confused Marlon's name with Marshall's. I don't know what happened, but that is my mistake, and I'm sorry. So, how about we count how many times I screwed up and said the name wrong? Let's have fun. And Elite Four-wise, it'll be good against Chantal's Pokemon except Cofagrigus and Grimsley's Crocodile. Oh, wait a minute. You have an amazing special attack. That means you can learn other TMs that can help you wonders in your journey. Like Shadow Ball, which will let you coast Grimsley and Caitlin's teams. You also get Bias and Eevee. That goes for everyone, really. So, hey, but with these 3 moves, you'll be pretty good for the rest of the region. You're bread, butter, and Nutella. And if you're scared about low defenses, those high HP levels will be pretty good for that. Wrapping up the OG Eeveelutions, we have Jolteon. Another one that's got pretty good special attack, but instead of having high HP stats, it's got amazing speed, letting you finish battles quicker than any other Eeveelution would. Your first electric move will be Thunderfang, which is not really the best move to have since you have very low physical attack. The other earliest move I can think of that you can get is Volt Switch, but you gotta deal with the constant switching, so not great for me. The best I can think of is remembering Thundershock thanks to the move reminder at the Pokemon World Tournament, but even then that's not a great move for later down the road. You get Thunderbolt pretty much until after Victory Road, so that kinda sucks. So you'll have to make do with what you have right now. You also do get access to Shadow Ball, and with that high special attack, it'll also be pretty good. Still, not amazing electric type moves, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be pretty good against Skyla Zubat and Swanna, all of Marshall's Pokemon, all of Chantal's, and all of Caitlin's. Not bad. I like a Pokemon that will show up and solo everyone. Plus, with its ability Volt Absorb, it will make Elisa's gym battle a bit easier. Maybe it takes a bit to make Jolteon really powerful, but once you've reached its peak, nothing will stop the little guy. Literally, it's way too fast. Now let's talk about our daytime Eeveelution, Espeon. Funny enough, Espeon has pretty similar stats to Jolteon. Not quite the same, but they're similar. Espeon is going to be pretty fast and powerful Pokemon with its high special attack. A little fragile when it comes to physical defense, but as long as you finish your battles quickly, you'll be fine. The earliest psychic move you get is Psybeam, which is pretty great. And as you level up, you get some pretty good moves like Future Sight and Psychic. And thanks to TMs, you also get Shadow Ball just like the others. And with those 2 moves in particular, you'll be pretty great against Marshall's Jellicent, all of Marshall's Pokemon, and all of Caitlin's with Shadow Ball. Yeah, it will mostly come in handy for the latter half of the journey, but also, you only have 3 weaknesses, and with Ghost and Bug not being that much of a thing, you'll be pretty fine. So as long as you got your Espeon properly leveled up, Espeon will probably be good for any battle that comes your way. And hey, you got Synchronize, which is a good way to fuck with your foes. Last but definitely not least, one of my favorite Eeveelutions, Umbreon. Now, what this Pokemon lacks in offense, it makes up in defense. Because golly gee, Umbreon does not come to play. High HP stats and both defenses, amazing all the way. It'll be pretty good against Skyla Zubat, Marshall's Jellicent with Shadow Ball, all of Chantal's Pokemon, and all of Caitlin's. It'll pretty much do very similar to Espeon, because it will also learn Feint Attack, a pretty good Dark type move, around the same time that Espeon would learn Psybeam. But I mean, these 2 were designed pretty similarly. Well, not really, but like, yes really. Espeon will be great offensively in battles where it won't be super effective, and Umbreon will be pretty good at taking Pokemon hits. And with the lack of Fairy types and Bug types not being all that, you only really gotta worry about Fighting types. It also has the ability Synchronize. Huh, Umbreon and Espeon really are the perfect counterparts. So similar, yet so different. Between the 5, which is the best one for a run in Pokemon Black and White 2? To be fair, they all function pretty differently that it's really difficult to say who really is the best of the best. If you're looking for type effectiveness, Flareon's your guy. Really good in almost every battle in front of you, and with really strong attack, every battle will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you're looking for a Pokemon that is pretty well rounded, Vaporeon will be your guy. Solid attack and defenses, solid varied moveset, and overall pretty good throughout your journey. Let alone the safest choice, it's an amazing choice. If you want a very fast Pokemon that will pack a mean punch that gets better as you progress through the story, Jolteon's your guy. If you want an offensive beast, Espeon's right there. And if you wish for a defensive tank, Umbreon will be your best choice. They're all pretty good. I don't think there's a bad Eeveelution you can pick here. Honestly, there's never a bad Eeveelution you can pick. It's a shame some are unavailable though.